Hi everyone! My name is Jordan Brewer and I'm a senior at Edinburgh University of Pennsylvania. My major is Speech and Hearing Sciences and my minor is in Deaf Studies. Today I'm going to be presenting about improving social and classroom inclusion of students who are deaf or hard of hearing. Here I attached a picture of my presentation, but don't worry if you can't see it right now. I know it's really small. At the end I'm going to attach a PDF so you'll be able to read it, and as I go through my presentation I'll expand each section and talk about them more in depth. Here you can see the background information section of my poster. In this section, I talk about the high rates of bullying that children who are deaf or hard of hearing often experience throughout adolescence. Although children who are hearing may also experience bullying, children with differences or disabilities are at an even higher risk of experiencing this. As a study cited in my work show, children who have external differences, such as hearing aids or cochlear implants, often have a difficult time making and maintaining friendships with children who do not experience hearing loss. Part of this could be because there's a communication barrier between the children. Say maybe one child uses ASL and one uses spoken English. But part could also be due to the fact that children often form misconceptions if they're not educated about a subject. So if a child is not educated about hearing loss, they may be skeptical about befriending a child who's deaf. From that information, my group decided that we wanted to create a project that would improve the relationships between deaf and hearing children. And throughout this project, we also decided that we wanted it to be really educational so that if children didn't have any exposure to hearing loss or know much about hearing loss, they could now learn so. And that would also help children avoid forming misconceptions about hearing loss, and this could improve the relationships between children who are deaf and hard of hearing and children who do not experience hearing loss. So these are some of the important questions that we asked ourselves, and these really helped us structure our project when we were creating it, and they also helped us focus in on how we could positively impact the deaf community. First, we looked into previous educational resources that already existed or have already been created, and then we started planning for something unique. And one really important part of this project is that we wanted children to be able to take this project with them when they transfer from a specialized school for the deaf to a mainstream classroom. And so based on that information, we decided that an educational video project would be best suited to us. Once my group decided we wanted to make a video project, we started creating a continuation of an existing program called Interact, part of which stands for Attitude Change and Tolerance. And I think this project is really neat because it was created by one of my professors. Her name is Dr. Mary Widener. And she created this puppetry project so that children could learn more about what stuttering is and improve their attitudes about children who stutter. While working with Dr. Widener, we decided we wanted to make a second series of the Interact program, but this time we would focus on children who are deaf or hard of hearing, and we would also teach about hearing loss. So as I talked about in the background information section, children with hearing loss often feel isolated from their hearing peers. So to combat this, our project really highlighted a lot of positive interactions between children who have hearing loss and children who don't. We also discussed a lot of important topics such as how hearing amplification devices work, what hearing loss is, and how to be a peer ally. A lot of the project also compares and contrasts differences that every person may have in order for children to understand that differences are just something that make all people unique, and hearing loss is just another difference people might have. Overall, our hope for this project is that children will learn more about hearing loss and become more accepting of children who are deaf or hard of hearing. Here's a sample from one of our scripts. My group probably rewrote and reworded this script 100 times in the process of making it because we wanted to make sure we were always using child-friendly, inclusive language that was also accurate and didn't confuse children. With that, one of my favorite terms that we used is hearing helpers, and we use that to refer to the puppet's cochlear implant and hearing aids. Later, of course, we did describe what hearing helpers are, and we gave them the proper terms, but throughout the script we used the term hearing helpers a lot to help the children learn. In the pictures of the puppets, you can see our character Emma has both a hearing aid and a cochlear implant, and she represents a child who is deaf but now has access to sound. We didn't actually get to create this video project due to COVID-19, but we did get to finalize 2 scripts. So whenever our group can finally meet up again and things are safe, we'll finish making the actual video project. The last section of my poster is about future continuation and what we want to do with this project in the future. So what we want to do actually is we want to take this project into local schools and present it to children and then ask them questions about what they've learned and really measure how much information they've gathered from it. I know this project was very short because I have a time restraint, but if you want to learn more about my project or read more into my poster, I'm going to attach it as a PDF at the end. And I hope you all enjoyed my virtual presentation. Thank you so much for watching.